There is a version of you that the world has yet to see. It is not the you defined by your past, not the one built on regret, fear, or failure, but the you that's waiting just beyond the veil of discipline, beyond the habits you resist, beyond the excuses you cling to. The truth is, your old self is not permanent. It was built by unconscious repetition, and it can be unbuilt, reshaped, and reborn through conscious consistency. If you can give yourself 21 days, just 21 days of relentless, unwavering commitment, you'll watch that old self fade like mist in the morning sun. It won't be easy. The mind will rebel. Your old patterns will scream louder in those first days than ever before. You'll hear whispers, this won't work. You're not changing. You'll always be this way. But those whispers are echoes of your old identity, terrified of losing control. Let them pass. They are not truth. They are habits pretending to be you. Consistency is the magic word, not motivation, not intensity, consistency. Because when you show up every day, whether you feel like it or not, you begin to send a signal, not to the world, but to your subconscious, I am becoming someone new. Each act reinforces this message. Each repetition rewires your identity. You are telling life, this is who I am now. And life listens. For 21 days, speak only from the place of your new self. Walk like you already have what you desire. Think as though the change is complete. Feel the emotions of the result right now before the evidence shows up. Because your emotions are the gateway. They are not reactions, they are creators. What you consistently feel, you eventually live. This is not pretending, it is planting. And consistency waters the seed. Understand this, your mind doesn't change with time. It changes with attention. If you constantly focus on what you lack, who you used to be, or why it's hard, then you are feeding the old self. But if for 21 days you feed only the vision, only the thought, the feeling, the version of you who has already become, then transformation is not a possibility. It is inevitable. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. Miss a day, start again. Fall off track. Get back up. It's not about never failing. It's about always returning. Every return weakens the old, strengthens the new. Every day you tip the scale. Every choice is a declaration. And if you keep choosing who you want to be over and over, the old you will have no space left to live. You are not waiting to change. You are changing right now, in this moment, with this decision. Who you were yesterday is already fading, and who you're becoming, that person is watching you, waiting for you, cheering you on from the other side of 21 days. Don't ask if you can do it. Decide that you will. Set the vision, speak the truth, feel the outcome, and stay consistent. Because if you do, then 21 days from now, you won't just be thinking differently. You'll be living differently. You'll be walking as the person you used to dream of. The old self won't even recognize you. And that's the point. Now go. Start today. Start now. Stay consistent. And let your old self fade away. Your identity is not a fixed trait carved into stone. It is a fluid expression, shaped day by day through your most repeated thoughts and behavior. The person you call you has simply been reinforced through the same patterns lived over and over. The routines you follow, the beliefs you repeat, the emotions you nurture, they're not reflections of who you truly are, but of who you practiced being. This means change is never out of reach. It is not about effort once in a while, it's about how often you direct your attention. Each moment is a canvas, and your thoughts are the paint. Most people live unconsciously, repeating yesterday's emotions without question. But when you pause and shift your mental focus, you redirect your entire life's direction. The old self is a result of neglect. The new self is born from deliberate care. Don't ask whether change is possible. Ask yourself what you've been practicing. Because when you choose new thoughts and repeat them like daily rituals, you begin to dissolve who you used to be. And in its place, you grow into something greater, more aligned, more powerful. Your identity is yours to sculpt, one intentional moment at a time. Motivation is exciting, but it's unreliable. It comes in waves, rises and falls, and can disappear in the face of resistance. But consistency is the bedrock. It's what you lean on when motivation fades. The real growth doesn't happen when you feel inspired. It happens when you act regardless of how you feel. Those quiet, ordinary days where you show up anyway are the ones that reshape your life. One action repeated over and over begins to form new mental grooves. The old you fades not from massive leaps, but from steady, consistent motion. Each time you do the work, whether you're tired, uncertain, or afraid, you take power away from the old pattern and give it to the new. That's how empires are built, not overnight, but brick by brick. Don't worship intensity. Worship daily discipline. It's not about grand gestures, but tiny, deliberate efforts made again and again. When others stop, you continue. And that's what makes you different. Consistency makes transformation inevitable. Keep showing up, especially when it's hard. That's where the magic lies. The mind is like a wild horse. At first, it doesn't want to be tamed. When you try to break free from old habits, it will kick, resist, and try to pull you back. That resistance isn't a sign you're failing. It's a sign that something new is being born. Those first few days of change feel heavy because you're going against years of internal programming. But don't fear the discomfort. It's evidence that you're moving. That resistance is the threshold between who you were and who you are becoming. Most people quit at the edge of that discomfort, thinking it means they're not meant to grow. But the truth is, it's the gateway. Push through the noise. Observe the thoughts, but don't obey them. The louder the resistance, the closer you are to real change. Keep walking. Even a slow step forward weakens the grip of the old self. Eventually, the resistance fades, and what once felt hard becomes your new normal. Victory belongs to those who endure the early storms. Every time you act in alignment with who you want to become, you send a message deep into your subconscious. You're teaching yourself what's important, who you are, and what you now expect from life. These are not just actions, they are declarations. Each morning routine, each workout, each refusal to break your word is a signal. This is who I am now. You don't need the world to validate it. You're rewriting yourself from within. The subconscious doesn't understand the future or past. It responds to what's repeated now. So when you show up consistently, even if no one else sees it, your inner world begins to shift. And once your internal beliefs change, your external world has no choice but to follow. You're not forcing change, you're becoming it. Let each small act be sacred. Let each step forward be a ceremony of rebirth. The old version of you didn't have this awareness, but you do. Use it. Repetition is power. Let your actions speak louder than your doubts. If you want to see real change, stop waiting for external proof and start feeling the outcome now. Your emotions are not just reactions, they're the seeds of your reality. Feel the confidence before the opportunity shows up. Feel the love before the relationship appears. Feel the freedom before the money arrives. When you create those feelings from within, you stop depending on the world to confirm who you are. And that is the secret. You become magnetic. Life starts to mirror the emotional state you consistently dwell in. This is not fantasy, it's creation. Most people wait for life to change so they can feel good. But the ones who lead, the ones who rise, feel good first. And then life reorganizes to match their state. Don't underestimate the power of a single elevated emotion sustained over time. It's more powerful than 100 actions done with doubt. Align your heart with your vision. Feel the end result now. This is how transformation begins from the inside out. You're not faking anything. You're planting something new. And every thought you nurture, every belief you feed, every feeling you water, that's a seed. Don't worry if you can't see the change yet. Seeds don't sprout the moment they're planted. They grow in silence, in darkness, underground. Just because your outer world hasn't shifted doesn't mean the process isn't working. Trust the invisible. Trust the process. What you're creating isn't always immediate, but it is inevitable if you remain faithful. Let your mind become fertile soil. Speak life into your vision. Guard your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Stop entertaining thoughts that dig up your seeds. Keep affirming. Keep imagining. Keep feeling it real. Creation is happening, even when you can't see it. Your job is not to force the fruit, but to stay committed to the planting. And with time, the harvest will come. Change doesn't require you to be perfect. It only asks you to be persistent. Everyone falls. Everyone slips. What separates those who transform from those who stay stuck is this: they get back up. They return to the path. Again and again. And every return builds something powerful inside. You are not measured by your mistakes. You are defined by your returns. So stop expecting flawlessness. Expect to be human, but also expect to be committed. You can start over 1,000 times if you need to. The only failure is quitting. Progress isn't always visible, but it's always happening if you continue. What you're doing now is rewriting neural pathways, breaking mental chains, and sculpting identity. That doesn't happen in a straight line. But each time you persist, you deepen your new foundation. Each time you recommit, your future becomes stronger than your past. Stay with it. Keep returning. That's how you win. Where you place your attention is what you bring to life. The old self thrives when you keep replaying memories of failure, rejection, and fear. But the moment you stop giving it energy, it begins to starve. Your attention is your power. Don't waste it on what you no longer want. Instead, turn your focus toward who you are becoming. Visualize it, feel it, speak it. Let your internal world be dominated by the new vision. That's how the old fades, not through force, but through neglect. You don't have to battle your old identity. Just stop feeding it. Give your energy to growth, not guilt, to purpose, not the past. Your attention is the sun. Whatever it shines on grows, so shine it on your greatness. Every day, every moment. Choose what you water, because what you focus on is what you become. Words are not just sounds, they are commands to the universe. Speak with intention. Declare your new reality. Talk about your future as if it's already yours. Stop describing yourself in terms of your limitations. Start affirming your power. Words become thoughts. Thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs become habits, and habits become destiny. Don't let your language be casual. Let it be creative. Use it to shape the life you deserve. When you speak with conviction, something inside you shifts. You align with your vision. You embody your new self. Even before the evidence appears, your energy changes. That's the beginning of manifestation. Speak only from the new self. Let your voice echo your transformation. The universe is listening, so are you. And what you consistently hear becomes what you automatically believe. You're not on pause. You're not stuck. You are changing right now. Change doesn't wait for the perfect time. It happens the moment you decide. When you say, "This is who I am now," and act in alignment with that decision, your transformation begins. It may not be visible yet, but it's already alive. You don't need permission. You don't need more time. You need belief backed by action. Don't delay your new self until next week, next year, or when life gets easier. Begin where you are, with what you have. The shift starts the moment you stop clinging to the old story, and you are more powerful than that story. Every step you take now creates a ripple. And those ripples become waves. The change is already in motion. Walk like it. Think like it. Speak like it. The moment is here. Don't miss it. Change doesn't come from time, it comes from repetition. You could wait 10 years and nothing will change if you don't act differently. But do something new every day for 21 days and your life could completely transform. The mind learns through pattern. It doesn't care how long you've suffered. It only responds to what you feed it now. That's why 21 days of focused intention can reverse years of pain or mediocrity. Time is neutral. What you do with it is what makes the difference. Don't measure growth by the calendar, measure it by your consistency. If you stay committed, change becomes a natural consequence. You won't have to force it. You'll become it. Make every day count, not with pressure, but with purpose. Repetition is the hammer that breaks the old and builds the new. Each decision you make is a statement. This is who I choose to be. Every time you take action aligned with your vision, you cast a vote for the new self. The more votes you cast, the stronger that identity becomes. At first, it may feel unfamiliar, even fake, but over time, with enough repetition, it becomes who you are. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep voting. Every healthy meal, every morning meditation, every focused hour of work is a ballot toward your new reality. The results aren't instant, but they are cumulative, and eventually the scale tips. The old self loses its grip, and the new self takes the throne. Let every small decision be sacred. Let every moment be an opportunity to choose. You're building something real. Cast your votes wisely. Give yourself 21 days, not to try, but to transform. It's not a test, it's a declaration. Tell life who you are. Tell your mind what's real now. The old self may linger, but it cannot survive the fire of consistent action. If you stay with it, if you act daily from your vision, you'll become unrecognizable in the best way. The world won't just see your change. You will feel it in your bones. Your thoughts will sound different. Your emotions will settle into peace. Your actions will feel powerful and natural. You'll wake up one morning and realize you've outgrown the past. And it didn't take forever. It just took your commitment. For 21 days, be ruthless in your focus. Be gentle with your heart. Be consistent with your actions. And when you look back, your old self will be a memory, not a prison. The future begins now.